Kung Walhenge. Welcome back to my daily Tuesday update. Without further ado, let's just begin our Parliament session highlight. The second day of the 17th Tibetan Parliament in Exile's fifth session, that's a budget session for the fiscal year of 2023 to 2024, commenced at 9:30 this morning. Chaired by Honorable Speaker Kimbusam Timbila. The second day began with a debate on the official motion on the critical situation inside Tibet, followed by deliberation of Honorable Sikyong on behalf of 16th Kasha. The deliberations by the House ranged from honoring the sacrifices of Tibet's martyrs to condemning the escalating human rights violation in Tibet and the critical necessity to protect the distinct Tibetan identity through preservation of our unique heritage, language, religion, and ways of livelihood that are facing serious threat of extinction under CCP's rule. Several Chitu suggested observing a Solidarity Day to commemorate the invaluable sacrifices of Tibetans inside Tibet against China's policy of violent repression. Many objected the brutal persecution of the Tibetans and their relentless attacks on our identity by CCP, especially China's cultural assimilation policy. Many expressed concerns over the forceful mass DNA sample collection across various regions of occupied Tibet, also sending more than 1 million Tibetan children to Chinese colonial boarding schools as per various reports, and also CCP's measures of targeting dissidents and even disconnecting the access of technologies altogether, leading to information blockage in Tibet and outside Tibet. If I may add, apart from paying homage to the various martyrs of Tibet, I commended the Tibetan diaspora who gathered in large numbers around the world on the March 10th to send a strong message to CCP. The wide range of Tibetans from different Choka and Chuluk, different age, gender, social background, chanting the original March 10 slogans were so inspiring for me individually. I also cautioned the mistakes the Tibetan community has made in the past with power turmoil, with misinformation, scandals, and attacks on our own people instead of our common foreign enemy. I also reiterated my previous statement that I do not in any shape or form trust CCP leadership, especially because of the mistreatment of Tibetans in Tibet and the various border attacks on India, a nation we all mentioned that we are grateful to. Apart from that, Honorable Sikyong issued necessary clarifications to the doubts and raised doubts that the members of the House raised. He also proposed his deliberation on the motion. He highlighted on the grave situation inside Tibet of CCP's attempt to completely eradicate Tibetan identity, as well as Kasha's policy on means of bringing justice for Tibetans in Tibet. He encouraged the Tibetan people in diaspora to engage in Tibet advocacy in its own capacity, while Kasha focuses on its means of various other advocacies like lobbies, as well as finding opportunities to cautiously resume negotiation with Chinese authorities to resolve the long pending Tibet-China conflict. About 30 parliamentarians participated in the debate. Thereafter, the motion on the official solidarity resolution was passed unanimously after a minor revision. The session continued with a debate on the statement of Honorable Sikyong, the incumbent finance governor, and the Press's 2023 to 2024 budget report by the Parliament's Budget Estimate Committee. Several parliamentarians raised doubts regarding CTE's overall budget, for the new fiscal year, which will receive its answers and clarifications by the Honorable Sikyong, incumbent Kalling of Department of Finance, and the chairperson of the Budget Estimate Committee after furthermore pending queries tomorrow. So the session today adjourned at 5 p.m. until 9:30 a.m. tomorrow. Yeah, 드린 다가란 쌈sha기 sunny jayo.